Hi, my name is Tan Nguyen. I'm one of the co-founder of the Encourage team. And today I have the pleasure to talk to you about chapter 2 of the book, Developing the Leader Within You by John C. Maxwell. As a leader, I have people coming up to me and ask, what can they do to become a leader? And oftentimes people mistakenly think that leadership means a job title or the positional level. Last week, Mark Hemingway talked to us about the definition of a leader. Leadership is not a job title and not a positional level. It's the influence that we have in our organization. It's one life influencing another. Today, I'm going to talk to you about chapter 2 of the book, which is priority. As a leaders, we often have a lot of things on our plate, and our calendar got filled up really quickly. Also, as a leader, I realized that I cannot do everything by myself. I'm going to need the help of my team. I'm going to need the help of other leaders if I want to do great things. So setting prioritization and priorities become really important to a leaders. And two things that I use to help me set priority. The first thing is to begin with the end in mind. As a leader, we need to understand what the vision of our company, of our group, what that look like in the future. What is the end goal look like? And keep the big picture in mind. We have to have the big picture in mind. So that's the first skill set. You need to know where are we taking the company to, where are we taking this group to, what is the vision for the group, what is the end goal, what is the big picture. Begin with an end in mind. And everything we do need to help the organization move to that direction. So that's the first skill set that I use to help me set priority. The second skill set that I use is the 4 quadrant as described by Stephen R. Covey, and I'm going to share that with you. So on this screen, you see that Stephen R. Covey shared with us the 4 quadrants that will help us classify all of the activities that we do during the day. At the first quadrant, they are the urgent thing, the emergencies, the crisis, that if we don't work on it, it's going to escalate and it may get out of control. So we really have to work on those items because they're important and they are urgent. The second quadrant are the things that are important but not urgent. They are the things that oftentimes got overlooked. They are things like personnel development, setting the strategy for the organization, setting the direction for the group, building processes so that we can do things more effectively, more efficiently, and with higher quality. Organizational structure so that people know their roles and responsibilities. Those are the things really important. They're the foundation of a company, of a team, just like a foundation of a home. If you don't work on it, eventually the house is going to collapse. If we don't work on this item, eventually the team or the company will collapse. But because they're not urgent, they oftentimes got delayed, rescheduled, or overlooked. The third quadrant is the thing that urgent but not important. Those things as like a phone call. Because the phone is ringing, it's urgent, it's in our face. We have to pick up the phone or we have to put it on mute. A person show up at our desk during a work period. Because they show up at our desk, we have to talk to them. So those interruptions, because they show up in our face, they are urgent that we have to deal with them. But they may or may not be important. Or sometimes we got meeting that inviting us, but we didn't have time to look at the meeting agenda. We just accepting them the minute we got the invite or accepting them automatically. And then they show up on our calendar. And because it show up on our calendar and because we already accepted them, we felt obligated to go to those meetings, even though our presence may not be required or may not be important. So those are the things that perhaps we could look at them. If they're in the third quadrant, we could find a way to either eliminate them or delegate them to other people that could do it better than us, that their presence may be, better suited in that meeting than ours. So look at those items and see how can we eliminate those distractions or delegate them, or whether we need to be somewhere or work on an activity that maybe somebody else could do it better than us. And then the 4 quadrants are the thing that wasting our time. Like, for example, rolling on the phone, scrolling on the phone, checking social media, looking at the news, or watching TV excessively. Those are the time that maybe we could use to read a good book, to work on our personal development, to build a relationship, be present with our family. Some of those activities that are not urgent and not important, they are time waster that maybe could be eliminated completely over time. So I hope that this discussion about the 4 quadrants help you look at your activities in the day and figure out which activity that could be eliminated or delegate, and which activity that need to be scheduled so that you can work on them and not keep delaying them. Those that are important but not urgent, those that are the foundation for your success, for the success of your organization. I'm glad to be here, and I hope that this session is helpful for you, and looking forward to talk to you again in 2 weeks. And next week, Mark Hemingway is going to come up and talk to you about chapter 3 of the book, The Foundation of Leadership, which is our integrity, our character. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.